close the gap, then there will be very little need to borrow. Then the reason we may borrow may be to do more of the rollover, because part of the borrowing we do as a country is for liability management. It's not everything that goes into project financing. I mean, a good size of that goes into liability management, and this is what we have been doing over the years. So the good way to do this is to make sure that we improve on our tax compliance. Sometimes it may cost the government, because in an election year, they don't want to offend people, they don't want to offend businesses, they want to offend citizens when it comes to tax compliance and all of that. And yet, expenditure tends to rise in an election year. Then we go into a deficit. But the deficit has to be financed. The deficit is an indication of the borrowing requirement of the government. So once we continue to run deficits of the magnitude, both in terms of the size, the persistence, then there's no way we'll be able to contain our debt. It has been a problem over the years. So the point that we're trying to make is that it's not an NDC problem, it's not an MPP problem, this is Ghana's problem. Way back from Nkrumah's days, from 1965, we had these problems. We couldn't manage contain it appropriately. We went to the 70s with the year in Tria with General Champon, to the 70s, 80s, 90s. It's been with us. And it's largely because as a country, we have not been collecting sufficient tax revenue. And that is work. That's a lot of work to do. And that is what GRA should be doing. And that's a target they should be able to have. We have a tax output gap of about 89 billion cedis. We have to be able to close it. They are just too much. They are just too much. And not all of them make sense. But the reality on the ground today is that Ghana is losing excessively through these tax exemptions or tax expenditure generally. And it doesn't make. We are not the only people saying it. The development partners have talked about it, the IMF has talked about it, the World Bank has talked about it, and all of that. We cannot continue this way. These companies are in tax-paying position. Even with the VAT that we seem to be making some gains from there, the efficiency level is very, very low. And also you can trace that to all kinds of exemptions that we grant here and there. Beyond a certain point, we want to look at the cost and then the benefit of doing those exemptions. And I think there's a compelling reason to take another look at those exemption regime.